Thank you for joining us today. I'm sure this is not your first Clean Power. What's great about coming, and what about this year is different from past years?
So we, of course, different from past years is we've got the incredible backdrop of all of the chaos going on in Washington, D.C.
Right.
So that's been the topic of conversation everywhere. What I like best about coming to ACP is, even though you see this, massive convention, it really is a small industry, and you get to see all of the folks that you talk to all year in person, and find it very beneficial for those in-person meetings.
And you talk about the backdrop of the political happenings in Washington. How is your company navigating that? How is that affecting what you're talking about here?
Sure. So first off, we've got an incredible sponsor that we've been working with over the last 3 years, under the view that something like this could be happening, and we've taken some very aggressive, safe harbor plans, things like that, putting large investments in place to navigate the uncertainty here. So despite everything that's going on, we are in a pretty good place to execute well over the next 3 years, and we'll see how this year pans out, and we'll adjust from there.
Tell me a little bit more about your company. I know you do a lot of work on the workforce side with health and safety. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. So we are U.S.-based onshore wind, solar storage developer, builder, and operator. And that piece that we are a long-term operator of our assets is really key to why we lean so hard into our workforce. We don't develop projects, sell them to someone else. When we develop them, we own them for decades. So we've been around over 23 years now. And having those projects, same employees, and same relationships in the communities make us really invest, and we think it's a differentiator for us in building that type of culture, and we bring in the people that want to operate in that atmosphere.
I know we've done some studies at ACP that say the clean energy workforce is going to grow significantly over time. How are you attracting people to your industry, and how are you keeping them?
Oh, that's a great question. So it's difficult because a lot of people are trying to operate in that space right now. So over the 8 years I've been at the company, we've grown from about 60 employees to we're getting close to 500 now. So it's been pretty substantial growth. We brought a lot of people in. And what we found is, first off, there's a tremendous interest in this industry. People feel good about doing this type of work, so that starts to attract them. And we've really widened our net as to who we're looking to bring in. If you look back 3 or 4 years ago, you wanted long-tenured renewable professionals, energy professionals that had that experience. And, that's great to find those people. But we found is, if you bring people in with the right culture, the right passion, they can learn the industry. So branching out into, other spaces that we historically wouldn't have looked at, leaning really hard into a wide variety of colleges, internship programs, bringing people in early in their career, teaching them, building that passion has been very helpful to us.
I think education about this industry is not as high or as popular as we'd like. And is it hard to get the word out that there's jobs here, careers here that you can really live off for the rest of your life?
It is, and that's why getting out there to the colleges, telling the story, telling what we do, and telling how that it's not just a job, it's a career, that they can start at a certain level and go any direction they want, and we're happy to help them sort that out. We've got rotational programs that they can work in different areas of the company and find out what really resonates with them. And you get a few people in like that, they start talking to their friends and family, and that's where you start building critical mass.
Now, moving from workforce to the demand for power in this country, tell me how your company is contributing to that growing demand.
Contributing to the growing demand or supporting the growing demand? There you go.
Contributing a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, so it's, I've been in the power industry almost 3 decades now, and the last 3 to 4 years has been really exciting because there is that demand growth everywhere. And it's a challenge to get projects through the funnel, but what's great is, we are no longer competing essentially with our peers or with other generation technologies out there. We're in the boat now that the demand has grown fast enough that anybody that has a project that's ready to be built gets built. And whether that's gas, wind, solar, storage, and getting all of those different generation types or generation companies working together to navigate interconnection, permitting, that type of thing, I think has really helped the full energy industry move forward.
Well, one final question. What is your favorite part about this conference this year?
Favorite part about the conference this year? So I've been around long enough that this used to be a WIA. It was a wind-based conference. And what I've really liked over the last 3 or 4 years is how this has grown into a true multi-technology conference. You look around the floor here and the people that are attending, you can talk to anyone in the industry, whether they're battery suppliers, module suppliers, turbine suppliers, you talk to EPC partners, everybody's here, and the type of companies that are now attracted and here and see value in this conference is just invaluable for us, that we can cover all aspects of our business.